The next Doom game is not what you expect, think, or imagine. In fact, it doesn't even exist. Yet. As of the recording of this video, which is the 25th of August 2022 at 9:55 PM, id Software hasn't shared a single thing about the next installment of the Doom franchise. All we know is that they are not ready to share the things they have been working on.
Here at id, the team is hard at work on our next big game, and although we're not ready to share those details quite yet, Julian!
So anything above that sentiment is pure speculation, a conglomeration of ideas that are not tied to reality. Not you, and especially not me for those wondering, know the direction this new game will take. The only ones that do are id Software themselves, Marty Stratton and Hugo Martin. Speaking of the devil, the only thing we do know about the next Doom game is something that Hugo Martin, game director of Doom Eternal, said a while back on one of his live streams. That being, instead of being a super advanced race car like the one we drove on Doom Eternal, this new game will play like driving a monster truck. It's going to be slower, but the force of impact and destruction are going to be dialed up to 11. Actually, scratch that. Knowing id Software, they are going to turn the whole meter in one go, like this. Ah, mi cuello. I want to know your opinion on that matter, so if you want the sequel to Doom Eternal to be a much heavier, heavy-hitting, absolute destruction type of experience, leave a like on this video. Your boy will greatly appreciate that. And also my baby cat. And so, before we begin, this video is sponsored by Bloodline Heroes of Lithus. Have you ever wondered how the off-screen between a demigod and a dragonborn would look like? A su pinche madre, I wanted 2 more! Bloodline Heroes of Lithus is a free RPG fantasy mobile game for iOS and Android, where you can collect hundreds of different champions, choose your own spouse from the different bloodlines available, lycans, orcs, demigods, demons, dragonborns, and increase their intimacy to procreate their own offspring and develop the family tree. The stronger the intimacy between your champions, the more powerful your little baby will become. You can switch gender between your champions, create your own kingdom, and build up the economy. What? What you say? The economy is bad? Don't worry, use this promo code to get 20 intimacy packs, 100,000 gold, and 100 diamonds. ¡A su madre! Eso es muchísimo dinero. ¡Claro que no! ¡Es un chingo! Be sure to click the link in the description or scan this QR code to play the game. Special thanks to Bloodline Heroes of Lithus for sponsoring this video. Muchas gracias, los quiero mucho. To be honest, I have been wanting to do this video for ages now, but never had the chance to actually sit down, organize my thoughts on the subject and talk about it. But now I can. Not so long ago, Hugo Martin specifically stated that id Software never makes the same game twice. Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal are a perfect example of that. At its core, Doom Eternal is just Doom 2016 on steroids. Scratch that, double steroids, even triple steroids. When developing Eternal, id Software took the things from 2016 that they could improve and pushed them to its highest and maximum capacity. I think we can all agree that Doom Eternal feels like a perfected version of Doom 2016. It's like Cell and Perfect Cell. They might look the same, but one of them carries a much greater power. I just can't imagine the team at id making Doom Eternal 2. If they did, it will just feel like a DLC, not an actual new experience. Not so long ago, Hugo Martin said this: if Doom Eternal feels like a super race car, then its sequel will feel like a monster truck. Great analogy, Hugo. Very cool. I appreciate it. But what exactly does that mean? Well, that's why I'm here. Try and give you an image on how this game will play and feel. If we were to take this literal, then that means that instead of flying through the combat encounters gracefully like an angel, you will instead be slower but even more unstoppable. From gunplay to glory kill, everything and anything will have to have an even greater impact.
But how can id Software achieve this?
Little Billy
thought?
Well, Doom Eternal has several systems that its software can improve to make that happen. For example, the destructible demons, weak point and faltering systems. These systems are made specifically to provide the player visual information that they are indeed dealing
Critical damage.
and adds a ton of value to the power fantasy experience they are trying to deliver. Nothing feels best than slowing, incapacitating a demon and tearing him down to its bones. It's pretty hardcore and gruesome if you take a closer look. Well, instead of doing the same thing, this new game could go even further. Instead of tearing down their flesh, psi shots could slice their arm off, or maybe both arms, or the legs, or the torso, while still not killing them and treating the demons like an actual threat on the sandbox. Imagine a Hell Knight like crawling with both of his legs turned off and he's still like trying to hit you and throwing you green fireballs. That would be actually pretty gruesome. And I would love it. Different falters or stun animations could be applied depending on which area of the body you shoot. Going for the knees could make the demons drop to the ground for a second or two. And weak points should not be exclusively hardware or weapons the demons have. That system could also be applied to actual flesh. Blow a hand off of an imp, a Hell Knight or a Baron, and now they cannot throw their stupid fireballs at you. When I hear that a new Doom game will hit like a monster truck, it doesn't necessarily mean that the Doomslayer will just become even more powerful and that he will show even greater feats of power and strength. When I hear this, in terms of systems that could be implemented, I think about the game taking your actions accountable and expressing them in terms of level destruction. You shot a rocket at a wall. Well, now it's gone. The levels mold to whatever amount of sheer destruction, violence and damage you deal. The demons more than ever will have to feel like a bigger threat, where encountering an imp is nerve inducing and encountering a Hell Knight is certain death. That way, shooting their arm off like if it was a weak point from Eternal would feel more impactful, don't you agree? The tools you use against the demons should also be reworked. One of my biggest gripes with the heavy cannon is that it feels like a BB gun, but for some reason is able to take chunks of flesh with one shot. This weapon should feel like you are shooting bullets bigger than your hand, but it doesn't. These new tools of destruction should have a way bigger oomph. They should have more impact. And that's the main takeaway of this video. For this new game to feel like a monster truck, it needs to feel more impactful than its predecessor. Like if Doom Eternal was good old OG Batman, and this new game is an older, bigger and heavier Batman. To be honest, this type of gameplay feels more in line to what Doom 64 and Doom 3 provide. A more grounded, realistic view on how it is to battle against the legions of hell. Maybe we will not even play as the Slayer himself in this game, but as a normal human, one made of flesh and bone, and one that definitely doesn't have godly, immortal powers. I say that because we still do not know if the Doomslayer lost his powers or not at the end of the Ancient Gods Part 2, and the protagonist of this new Doom game depends entirely on that fact in my opinion. But yeah, the next Doom game will not be like Eternal at all, and I think that's completely fine. This new Doom game should be able to stand on its own, and not behind the shadow and success of Doom Eternal. That game, that being Doom Eternal, has perfected the type of experience it offers, and I know that the next one, while being entirely different, will do too. If Doom Eternal is like Devil May Cry, then this new Doom game will be like Dark Souls. You might not know this, but I've known Hugo for the past 3 years, and we've had pretty amazing conversations on those 3 years. And let me tell you, when Hugo says that this new game will hit like a monster truck and that it will not be the same game as Eternal, it will be an entirely different game, believe him, that man is something else. I just cannot feel anything but excitement at the idea that Hugo alongside its software are going to create a much heavier, more impactful, more violent Doom game than Doom Eternal. I mean, what? But anyways, thank you for watching this video. It's okay, my Spartans, please let me know what you think about this video down in the comment section. Leave a like if you did, and a dislike if you disliked the video. It is completely fine, my friends. Are you excited for this new, slower, heavier Doom game? One where the weapons have more oomph, more impact, one where one single demon can fuck you up, one where you do not play as the Slayer but as a normal human. If you are, please let me know down below in the comment section. I will greatly appreciate that. It's okay, my Spartans, have an awesome Friday, have an awesome day. Adios, bye.